Everyone, welcome back. Today we're looking at NIO. Citi expects NIO's shares to double, reaffirms buying rate. Citi analyst Jeff Chung published a research note on Tuesday detailing insight from a discussion with NIO's management about the company's plan for the next years. These include delivery targets, a roadmap to achieving its first full year of profitability by 2026. Let me just say that is 2 years away, and strategies to improve margins by integrating in-house technology into the NT 3.0 vehicle platform starting from 2025. Chung reaffirmed a buy rating for the stock with a price target of $8.90, suggesting a potential upside of potentially 102% from Monday closing price of $4.41. The analyst had raised the firm's price target in late September from $7 to $8.90, eyeing Onvo's strong orders intake in China and its potential to strengthen investment confidence in NIO's second sub-brand, Firefly. Now, in this research note, Citi analysts detailed NIO's management strategy for accomplishing group-level break-even by 2026, which includes sales targets and cost control. Now, to be honest, in my personal opinion, this is in my expectations. If you look at just how well NIO is doing, not just the NIO brand, but Onvo also, they're looking to deliver 10,000 vehicles this month in December, only for Onvo. By March next year, they're looking to deliver 20,000 vehicles for Onvo and onwards throughout the entirety of 2025. That does not include NIO vehicles. So you're looking at a company that's going to do incredibly well. Not just with NIO, but with Onvo also. Let's add the caveat onto this distinction. They're bringing the second sub-brand, which is Firefly. The Firefly vehicles will be even more affordable, filled with NIO infrastructure and technology. I cannot stress just how incredible this company will perform over the next 5 to 10 years. And I know I'm the person who always says 5 to 10 years with NIO, 5 to 10 years, be patient. But it is true. You know, a lot of what's been said in this article, NIO is looking to accomplish this within 2 years anyway, and that's 2025, 2026. Not just to mention, the demands for Onvo and for Firefly will be even greater than NIO vehicles because Onvo and Firefly are more affordable. But the key distinction that makes them so special is that they have the NIO infrastructure and technology. This cannot be understated. So I really need people to, think for a moment just how incredible this company will do in 2 years. But I'm thinking how incredible they'll do in 5 to 10 years. They'll do even better than the next 2 years. So you got to trust me on this one. You got to walk with me on this one. You got to believe, you got to have some self-belief in the company of NIO. Now, we do have a statement. In terms of margin targets, group level breakdown in 2026, supported by NIO brand reaching monthly sales of 25,000 units with an ASP, average selling price, of approximately $48,000 and a GPM, that's the gross profit margin of 20%. Onvo brand achieving monthly sales of 35,000 to 45,000 units with an ASP of approximately 220 to 250,000 RMB and a GPM of 15%, limiting R&D growth to less than 10% year over year and controlling SG&A, selling general administrative expenses in 2026. This company is looking to go super optimized in everything that they do. You gotta just give them a round of applause for how well they've done this year to optimize the company to now selling over 20,000 vehicles continuously for like 8 months straight. That is beyond commendable. Seriously, give them a round of applause. The analyst said NIO brand aims for a 10 to 20% year-over-year sales increase in 2025, adding that the management indicates that the next generation NIO models launching in 2025 will feature lower pricing and higher GPM, that's gross profit margin. Why is this? Because they're figuring out ways to build the vehicles for cheaper while remaining and keeping the build quality high, which means that if they're building it for cheaper and the vehicles remain at the same price or even more expensive, they're going to be making more money and they'll be losing less money. This is why Tesla as a company has done so incredibly well for the last 10 years. Because Tesla's figured out how to optimize their business at an extraordinary rate. And that is very much commendable. Now, I'll admit, the NIO stock price to double is actually It's below my expectations. I well expect NIO's stock price to 10x, 20x in the next 5 to 10 years, easily. Like I said, 10x to 20x within the next 5 to 10 years. I got no problems with being held accountable because I've been wrong before. I was wrong about Polestar short term. Long term, I'm not wrong about Polestar. They will recover. You look at these companies like Polestar, NIO, they will recover. It does take time to resolve the many issues that the company does have to resolve. But as you can see, they have no intentions of slowing down. So I think the NIO stock price doubling is an understatement. It really is. I think they'll do a lot better. If they do as well, if they do that well in 2025 to 2026, I don't expect NIO stock price to be $10. I expect it to be $15 to $20 realistically. Three car companies. Altogether, they can deliver over 600 to 700 vehicles annually by 2026. Now that's 2 years away. It's a little bit unrealistic, but let's say 500 to 600,000 vehicles annually. Now that's a bit more reasonable because they're gonna have three brands. It's no longer just NIO, three different automotive industry companies. Not to mention, NIO is working on finishing one of their latest factories that will help drive sales on the many multiple vehicles that they're bringing out. Not to mention, when you think about it, NIO as a brand, they will be producing low numbers because their vehicles are more premium and more expensive. You can expect Envo to produce a lot more units because their vehicles are more affordable. You can expect Firefly to produce even more volume than Envo because Firefly is going to be even more affordable than NIO and Envo. They're going to be the most affordable car brand within the NIO empire. So you've got NIO, low numbers in terms of production, Envo, medium, and you've got Firefly, and they're gonna deliver a lot of vehicles. The demand will be high. Just look at the demand for the Envo vehicles already. It's been extraordinary. By the way, this is an Envo vehicle right here that we have. You can see what it looks like inside the vehicle, similar to a NIO vehicle with a little bit of difference. And I do like that. I love the fact that they went with a landscape display. I really think it's the future. So this is the assisted driving in rural areas. You can see country areas and stuff like that. It enables NOA, the assisted driving. So that's in Envo vehicles. These vehicles are super advanced and they're more affordable than you could ever expect. Remember now, this is the direct competitor for the Tesla Model 3, and I expect it to do very well long term. Now, I always find cool NIO vehicles and cool NIO videos, sometimes self-driving videos, and I always forget to react to them and post them. I'm now sharing them. I'm going to try my best to share as many of these videos as possible because I'm a huge fan. I love the NIO vehicle that I went inside. I went inside the ET5. It was super amazing. I'd imagine the Envo L60 has a similar feeling, That's what I'm expecting. Just look at that. That's the kind of color that, that girls really like. If your wife was getting a car, she wants an electric car, you're a big fan of NIO. That's the kind of color that girls tend to like. Either a creamy kind of color or rose gold kind of color. On other news that we're just going to end out this video on, production of the version NIO ET9 flagship with 120 kilowatt battery exposed before launch. 120 kilowatts. That's coming, ladies and gents. That is coming. It looks amazing. Seriously. The luxury limousine, but it's not really a limo. Let me know if you're excited about this vehicle. Let me know if anyone who's watching this video is planning to get one of these vehicles. Let me know. Spy shots of the NIO ET9 interior appears just 2 days ago. Now, as the car gets ready to launch on NIO Day later this month on December 21st, the whole car has been exposed. Notably, we've learned that the ET9 will include a large frunk. Wow, okay. Keep in mind, for December 21st, that's NIO Day, we're also getting the Firefly vehicle on reveal. That's going to be huge. Twitter is going to melt down. Seriously. So it says here that the NIO ET9 uses a steering column mounted stalk as the drive selection, switching away from the previous NIO location of the drive selector on the central console. Furthermore, we can see the screen setup. It looks fantastic. Look at those wheels. They really outdid it with this one. So this is what it's looking like. The rectangular multifunction steering wheel is reportedly equipped with steer-by-steer wire technology. There's also an AR heads-up display system that provides equivalent of 120 display effect. So you see that steering wheel there, you don't find that on any car. You're going to find it on a NIO ET9. Once again, NIO's figured out a way to add a distinctive feature to the NIO ET9, separating it from other NIO vehicles. That's important to have different distinction as per your cars, because ultimately NIO's targeting a different audience with this kind of vehicle. They're targeting people who are willing to pay a lot of money for this kind of luxury, for this kind of comfort. So having something that's distinctively different, even small, subtle detail, is a key indicator for a company who knows what they're doing and they know who to target with their vehicles. So this is what the front looks like. That's actually a really nice amount of space. Bravo to them. You know, a lot of cars, they tend to go with a small amount of space. Okay, it might not be a Tesla level amount of space, but we'll get there eventually. So NIO's flagship rides on a 23-inch Pirelli P0 EV specified tire. Oh my goodness. Along with a front, the car has a rear privacy glass and a double dash daylight running light. Oof. I mean, just everything that they're saying it's making me want one. I can't afford one though. 110,000 US dollars. That's 110,000 US dollars. That I told you they know who to target with this car. And guess what? There is an audience for it. There are people who will pay that money for this car. I know it. They know it. You probably know it as well. This is the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next one, okay? Peace.